March 9th, September 2024. Anthony Joshua murked, and I mean murked, Francis Ngannou. This was last week. It was hard to watch. Right-handed landed over and over and over again. Skills pay the bills. Ngannou was heavier, but still went down with ease. Now, these days, this shakes up things in boxing, big time. But I want to talk about the past a little bit. Let's go back 10 years ago. In 2014, it was when the best heavyweights, who are currently the best heavyweights now, they were all undefeated. We're talking about guys like Dillian Whyte, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, on and on and on and on. This is post one of the most boring eras in boxing, the Klitschko grab hug era. Everybody started getting excited about the new heavyweights, and nobody knew who the new heavyweight would be. Main man, the top heavyweights, except for Mr. Emmanuel Stewart.
Speed and power, and I think best talent is still going to be Tyson and Deontay Wilder.
And guess what? He got it correct. 4 years later, 2018, 2019, there are three top heavyweights: Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. These guys were all going through negotiations to try to make a fight happen between all three of them. Joshua decides to duck everybody, quite frankly. Him and Eddie Hearn feel like it's easier to take easy fights, make a lot of money in the UK, and just ignore the top heavyweights. He didn't want to put himself at risk. Fury challenged him, Deontay Wilder challenged him, but negotiations never came to fruition. This led to finally a clash between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Let's ignore Joshua for a minute. He avoided these guys, and he paid the ultimate price with Andy Ruiz a few months later. He lost to him, which made him seem like he wasn't top of the heavyweight division. Well, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder finally get it going. They fought at the end of 2018, and the fight was a modern boxing classic. Tyson Fury had been away from the ring for a few months. He was battling drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and just depressed. But it wasn't until Deontay Wilder said something that made him try to go back into the ring. And this fight was personal because of that. Well, this fight in 2018 was a classic. Tyson Fury boxed like he usually does. He outboxed Wilder to a T. And Wilder, we know him for his power. In the 12th round, he literally knocked out Tyson Fury. Somehow Tyson Fury gets up, beats a count, and the fight goes to a draw. Both of them showed why they were the best heavyweights at the time. Well, a year later, Tyson Fury gets back on his feet. He fights a few fights. Deontay Wilder waits for him, and they have a rematch. And during the first fight, Tyson Fury figured out that if he backs up Wilder doesn't fight the same. He doesn't punch as hard. He doesn't set things up as much. He's not as aggressive. So in the second fight,
Fury figured something out in the first fight, that in the 12th round, Deontay did not like it when he came after him. He said he doesn't fight well backing up. He said he's awkward on his feet. And so instead of letting
Tyson Fury goes with a different game plan, he pressures Deontay Wilder instead of boxing him. He literally puts a beating on him. Eventually, the fight is stopped in the 7th round. Wilder's corner stops it. He's mad about it. He wanted to go out on his shield. He didn't think it was a fair stoppage, but it was a brutal fight. Both of them really went at each other. Deontay taking the worst beating. It wasn't satisfactory for Tyson Fury, and 2 years later, they set up the grudge match. This is a rivalry that has been going on for about 3 years now. Tyson Fury finally fights Deontay Wilder for the third time to settle it all. And in my opinion, this is one of the best fights that I have ever seen. Everything happened. Tyson Fury boxed beautifully. Deontay Wilder came in with a different trainer, trying to box more, and he did very good. Deontay Wilder boxed from the beginning. He was smarter. Tyson Fury did the same thing, and Tyson Fury was putting it on him from the beginning. Deontay Wilder's power eventually came through, dropping Tyson, hurting him badly, and vice versa. Tyson Fury went forward, put his weight on Wilder, and it was a classic. It was one of the best fights that I've ever seen. Both guys dropped. But in the end, Tyson Fury's volume, strength, power, throat punching, everything ended in a huge knockout where he KO'd Wilder, put him out to sleep to end the trilogy once and for all. Wilder was brutally stopped at the end. And even though Tyson Fury won, he took a lot of damage in that fight. All three of them fights. We're talking about one of the biggest punches of all time. But the Jiu-Jitsu King, with his size and his pressure, put Wilder's lights out. But I believe this is what the fans are missing right now. Recently, Tyson Fury fought Francis Ngannou. And by everything that Fury said, he said he trained for the fight. Remember, Tyson Fury is a multiple-time world champion, has been boxing all his life. Francis Ngannou made his debut against him. He's a guy that got into combat sports at 27. Well, he's an amateur boxer. Yet, When I watched the fight, I think Ngannou did win the fight. He dropped Fury, he hurt him, under the most significant strikes, but people still give Fury the benefit of the doubt that he didn't really train for the fight. He got off the couch and fought Ngannou, but I don't think that's the case. I think he actually tried. And then we look back at Fury's number one rival, Deontay Wilder. He recently fought Joseph Parker, a fighter in 2018 he would have smoked. 2018, Joseph Parker does not hold Deontay Wilder's jockstrap, but 2023, we're talking about different fighters. After those brutal wars, Deontay Wilder in the fight didn't punch as hard. He was hurt by everything that Parker did. It's almost too much of a coincidence that Ngannou is beating Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker is beating Deontay Wilder. And it's not a coincidence. What really happened is that those fighters took each other's souls in those three fights. I believe no longer that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are the same fighters as they were once. They were the kings of the division. Anthony Joshua ran. Right now, he might be better than them, but it's because he ran. And they were the best by a long shot. But ambition, grits, and balls got the best of them. Now they're facing the effects of those three fights. Their brains don't work the same. Tyson Fury being undefeated doesn't mean much to me anymore. Because any top contender, based on what I've seen, beat him. Same thing for Deontay Wilder. We saw that with Joseph Parker. I don't see both of the fighters having the same defense. They don't move the same. They don't have the same feints, the same power. It's all gone. And it's because of brain damage. These guys fought three fights, hellacious fights. And I think we should put some respect on these guys' names because, yeah, I think Usyk beats Fury and then Deontay probably retires after this. But we should put respect on these guys' names because they had the balls to go out there and fight the best when Joshua didn't. Joshua beat Ngannou easy, which should have been the case for Tyson Fury, but I think because of the fights that he had at Wilder, he's not the same fighter. We should be praising these men instead of like calling them out. And I think Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are pretty much done. I think Tyson Fury, if he loses his next fight, he's probably going to retire. And I think Deontay Wilder is retired at this point. But don't get it twisted. These guys were the best heavyweights of our era. It just happens that so many people ran from them and they challenged each other and they gave us some of the best fights ever. But shout out to Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Tell me what you think in the comments. I think we're partially judging these guys right now because of the sweat and tears they put out in the ring.